Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMTrading. Today is May 6, 2015, and today is Wednesday. So looking at the economic calendar today, we have a number coming out of the GBP, a 10:30 services PMI number coming out, and then at 2:15 South African time, preliminary numbers for the ADP non-farm payroll change. Okay, it's different than the number that's coming out on Friday. But these are preliminary numbers, not as important as the numbers on Friday, but still important. And then at 2:30, we have a number coming out of the USD, preliminary unit labor costs, and its quarterly number. And then later today, at 3:15 South African time, Fed Chair Yellen will be speaking. That should be interesting what she'll be saying, and that will probably affect the markets. And then at 4 p.m., we have a CAD number, Canadian dollar number. It's a IV PMI number, interest rate, inflation rate, sensitive numbers. So there's chock full of news coming out today. Let's see how they'll affect the markets. So let's start with the USD. Yesterday we discussed how we had this bull candle set up right here to sell off a little bit, and then we almost dipped into previous support, as you could see here. Okay, right here at 10:03. This was previous resistance, and then you had some support here, and then boom, it jumped right off. Let's see if we could actually break this number on the high side right here at 12:53. I guess a lot of the information that Yellen will be speaking today will affect this. So this will be definitely something you want to keep on your radar, the EURUSD here, as it pops up perhaps above 12.5. 112.5, so I would really keep this on the radar. Looking at the GBPUSD also, we were right back on our highs here. So on a 4 level, we sold off and we're bouncing. Okay, we had a little bit of a reverse head and shoulders here, and now we're challenging this previous support level. And now let's see if we could take this higher. So it is important to keep an eye on this. What's nice is that most of the USD related currencies are trading in tandem. Okay, they're bouncing across the board, like the EURUSD, the GBPUSD. They're bouncing. They're reacting the same way. The only one that's not is obviously the the Japanese yen, which is relatively it's its own animal, because Japan has its own issues right now with its currency. So it's a choppy market with the as you can see here, it's a very range bound market. On the top side 121, on the bottom side on 118, and we're everything in between. So you could buy the dips around 118, you could sell the tops around 121. Just keep a stop loss just above and below these numbers, just to make sure you don't get burned on the breakouts. But all in all, as you can see, since January 2015, which is the beginning of the year, we've been range bound trading. We had this awesome move over the past couple of years, and now we're just range bound. And this is what happens. As you can see here, we had previous ranges around this level, in the 104, 101 level, the 95 to 100 level as well. So that's a game plan for the USD Japanese yen. Looking obviously at some of the more important markets, the Dow Jones sold off 180 points yesterday, big sell-off. So the markets are volatile, and this is really the time of the year. March, April is really some of the madness as we head into the May season. Well, this should really be the last trading month for the Dow before the summer. As you know, the Dow, they say sell in May and go away. That's usually the saying for people who are trading the New York Stock Exchange or New York's related stocks. So usually that's because there's less volume in the summer than there is in the winter. People are on vacation. Money managers are on their golf courses and luxury places around the world. So you know, ostensibly, we are still trading in this range. I haven't seen us really sell off big. Stock markets are still strong, even though we haven't beat this 18,055 level. But I presume we're going to try and challenge it again. Let's see what happens. Are we going to have a sell-off next year? That's the big question. But that's my game plan here. Just, buy the dips, take your profits really quickly, because there's not much of a trend here. It's really just up 200 points, down 180 points. It's quite a volatile market, and especially as we're going to the number on Friday, people are taking their positions. Looking at oil, so oil really popped up above 59. Remember a couple of days ago we were talking about it was trading between this 57, 58 number, and now we finally popped up above $60, and we're taking up to $61. We said it has a way to go. Looking at a 4-hour chart, all the way up to $64. So that's my next resistance level right here. It's at $62, also a resistance level. So you might want to keep an eye of, if you are in it, just to book your profits as you go up. But as you can see here, this is a beautiful example of testing support, testing previous resistance, and jumping right above it. As you can see right here, let's highlight that. Right there, right? So this was previous resistance, and this was, future support, and it held this line, didn't break it, and then boom, popped up above, for $2 move, $3 move about from 58 to 61. So that's a nice play. On the upside, like I said, we could go up to $62, $64 a barrel. On the downside, maybe we'll test this $58 level, but it looks like it looks like it's reversing. Okay, it looks like the oil is reversing and getting back on track. Looking at the gold here, as we said, we're trading in this range between 1221 and 1180. As you can see here, from Friday until today, we regained about $20 for the price of an ounce of gold, which is quite interesting because it's maintaining this range, okay, and it's really still trading in this range. I mean, you could cut this into a tighter range between 1205 and let's say 1187. So those are, I guess I would say, the sub-level ranges between these two levels. And you see that it's tested it a few times and held this line, and it's tested this a few times and it's held this line. So anywhere within these two ranges, I wouldn't trade. I would just let it be. But anytime it comes closer to 1176 and 1221, those are outstanding positions to perhaps go short around 1220 and start buying it on 1176. These are some ideas for you today. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thanks.